We have the final relic reveals, and I'm going to go through my relic plan and why afterward. Let's begin with Equilibrium. If you've played previous leagues, this is no surprise to you. Each time you gain XP, you gain additional XP equal to 10% of your total level. Additional XP given by this relic is not multiplied by your league's XP multiplier. Your lowest skill will receive 20 times total XP instead of 10. And there's a tip here. Equilibrium will trigger per instance of individual XP provided, even if that is multiple times in a single tick, such as with Production Master. Also, now, when you hover over your skills, you're going to be able to see what amount came from Equilibrium, which won't tempt you into getting it this league, but there is a chance that you're going to see some numbers from people posting on Reddit and on Twitter and things like that, and it's going to get you to want this in future leagues. We'll see. I like Equilibrium. This league, I'm probably not taking it. I'll get into why later. Then we have something I really like as a concept. This is Pocket Kingdom. This item allows full access to the Managing Miscellanea feature from anywhere. Workers will work for 50% less coins, always have max appeal, produce twice as many resources, and accrue resources every hour instead of every day. So you are getting, think about this, you are getting double the resources from a day every single hour. So if you are playing a lot, or you can log in every hour and collect this, this is going to be a massive, massive amount of resources. Do you need those resources? I can't answer that for you. My suggestion would be to go on the Managing Miscellanea wiki and decide. For me, I don't think I need it, so I'm not taking it. I love the design, though. And then we have Treasure Arbiter. This is going to be the clue relic. Now, I need to begin with something very important that was said on the stream. There are many less clue-related tasks this league. With that being said, I'm going to argue that you should probably take this relic later. And in fact, I will spoil it, I'm taking it. You gain the following benefits when clue hunting. Impling jars and creatures that drop clue scrolls have a 1 in 15 chance of dropping them. Clue geodes, clue nests, and clue bottles are found 10 times more often. All clue scrolls have the lowest number of steps possible for their tier. Emote, Phalo, and Charlie clue steps no longer have item requirements. Every clue scroll casket will roll the maximum amount of rewards it can give. It can roll the same item more than once, and it has the numbers there. Let's continue. We'll get to why in a bit. I have the wiki's updated, so I'm going to show you on there when I go through why I'm deciding. We have Production Master. When you do the following production activities, all items are processed at once. Smelting ores, smithing bars, making cannonballs, fletching logs, stringing bows, making arrow shafts, and cutting bolt tips. Making headless arrows, regular arrows, bolts, and darts, capped at 10 times the regular amount per action. Cleaning herbs and making potions which do not have a stackable secondary ingredient. Cooking food, making pies or pizza, and making jugs of wine. Crafting leather, uncut gems, glass blowing, jewelry, pottery, battle stabs, and flinting flax or wool. So it's pretty simple. And then we have this one. This is Slayer Master. You gain the following benefits to Slayer. Always on task for all eligible Slayer monsters. Unlock all Slayer task perks for free. Rune pouches, herb sacks, and looting bags in the Slayer Point store are all free. Skip and block tasks for free. You gain 1,000 to 15,000 bonus Slayer XP for the first time you kill the 100th of each unique Slayer monster. Scaled by the monster Slayer level requirement. XP stated is before multipliers. So, this is crazy, because this means that, let's say you want to go kill, I don't know, let's say you're in the wilderness. I'm going to give it away. Let's say you're in the wilderness, and you are up at Rogue's Castle, and you are thieving the chest. You can go and use magic or chins or Kopesh, and when all of those mobs come up and attack you, you can auto-retaliate, and any of the ones you kill, you'll get Slayer XP forever. This also means your bosses you kill, your Echo bosses that are Slayer monsters, you get that XP. When you finish the fight caves, you get that XP. When you finish the Inferno, you get that XP. You are always on Slayer task. This is a free 99 Slayer, basically. Now, with that being said, if you're in the wilderness, this gets even better, because Laren's keys, you will get unlimited Laren's keys. You can go and camp any mob you want in that Slayer cave and just get Laren's keys forever. If you have Asgarnia, set up a cannon, fill it up with cannonballs, and just keep going. You can just stack up hundreds and hundreds of keys, so many resources, supplies. It is wild what you can do in Slayer, specifically in the wilderness. And if you have Moritania, you get to have a Slayer helm. And that means that now becomes your best in slot in a lot of locations, because anything that could be a Slayer boss or Slayer monster is a Slayer monster, including bosses. It's a ton of DPS. That is absolutely crazy. I think this is an absolutely awesome relic. I'm not taking it. I'll explain why. Okay. So let's get in here. Let's go down and let's just, so I can zoom out here. I'm not sure I want to do this. This will work. So, maybe. All right, here we go. So, this is tier 1. So, Power Miner, Lumberjack, and Animal Wrangler. So why am I picking Animal Wrangler? Well, that's really easy. I love Temperos. I'm going to be honest. I love Temperos. I also really like the fact that it affects Hunter. I don't really care about, I'll Power Mine. That's fine. I'll do that on my phone, right? Lumberjack, you can already semi-AFK tree, especially with the new updates. I'm going to have to do a bunch of tree stuff. It's fine. I don't really care. Fire making sucks. I'll power through it, right? Tier 2. We have Friendly Forager, Corner Cutter, and Dodgy Deals. Now, until today, I would have told you that I am going to be taking Tier 2 Friendly Forager. Very simply, I'm planning to do a lot of AFKing, probably try to really get up my fishing level up. That's probably going to be my AFK thing. So that seems pretty cool. I just have to check in periodically and dump the herbs out of the pouch, right? That seems nice to me. But Corner Cutter I don't really need. I'm going to do Agility. I have Wilderness Agility. Prince Money. Prince Money, Prince Resources, Prince Alkables, which I won't really probably alk. I'll probably throw them into the Giant's Foundry, but still. And then Dodgy Deals, I don't really need it. I mean, I have Wilderness. Once I get to 80, I have Desert. So once I get to Desert, I get up to 84, I go up to Wilderness, and I can just thieve the Rogue's Chest for a ton of experience. I don't actually need Dodgy Deals. It won't auto thieve a chest, so I don't really need it. That being said, I'm taking it now. I'm taking Dodgy Deals because when I get down to it, there is another relic that, as you probably know, gives you a previous relic, so I'm going to come back and pick up Friendly Forager later, but I will be taking Dodgy Deals first. It's easy points. I can take advantage of this earlier on. Friendly Forager I can really take advantage of later on when I'm grinding like sharks or dark crabs or whatever. And there is a reason I'm going to be doing a lot of AFK fishing. There is a reason I'm going to be doing some semi-AFK woodcutting. We'll get to that soon. This is just your teleport relic. Obviously, I think everyone's basically taking Clue Compass. Yes, you can take Fairy's Flight, and it's not too bad. I took it last league. I liked it, but I have Wilderness, so it's an entire region I can't use Fairy's Flight. That's bad. Bank Heist. Clue Compass will take me to a bank. The Shiloh Village Bank. I don't care. Okay, Tier 4. So this one is Golden God, which I know I shouldn't take as Wilderness because Prayer's free and Magic's free, but it's tempting to me. We have Reloaded, which is the previous tier, and we have Equilibrium. Now, I am normally an Equilibrium fan. I really am. I really like Equilibrium. I think I know it gives me a lot of experience, especially when I play, and I like numbers go up when I do weird activities. That being said, I just can't justify it. I'm going Reloaded, and instead, I'm going to go and do Friendly Forager. That's just what I'm going to do. Because Equilibrium lastly gave me so much experience when I cleaned herbs. I'm just going to get the herbs for free. It's fine. And then we have Tier 5. This was a surprise tier. People didn't know this was going to be here. We have 8 tiers total, by the way. Treasure Arbiter and Production Master and Slayer Master. So we've gone through all of these already. I have, at least. And I want to tell you why I'm taking Treasure Arbiter. So Slayer Master sounds really great. I get basically I don't have to think about it. I get 99 Slayer. If I want to grind a mob, maybe they've got like a drop I want, I can do that and feel like I'm making progress in Slayer. That's pretty awesome. Laren's keys. I'm in the wilderness. There's going to be tasks associated with it. There's a ton of supplies. I'm going to get those anyway, doing Slayer in the wilderness. For example, if I get a bear task, I can just go do Artio or I can do Callisto. It's fine. I'm not really that worried about Slayer. Slayer I didn't have a problem with last league, so I don't think I'll have a problem with this league, and I didn't take the Slayer relic last league. Now, Treasure Arbiter, a big thing here is your clue geodes, clue nests, and clue bottles are found 10 times more often, and that is combined with a quality of life improvement passive, where when you get a clue bottle, clue nest, or clue geode, you don't actually get that item, it is automatically turned into the stackable clue variant. So what this means is, I can go and fish sharks, for example. I will get an absolute ton of sharks a lot faster than ever before in a league because I'm going to have the extra 50% chance of succeeding. I believe that ends up being better math than the ticks. There's actually a 2-tick decrease last league, and now it's 1. What this means is I have a higher chance of getting clue bottles. I can take that chance and make it 10 times more. All right? I can take that 10 times clue bottle chance, and I'll have a huge stack of clues. Now, why is that so useful? Well, obviously, all the clue tasks are just done for me, right? That's not what they're for. I have the wilderness. I have desert. I have Fremenic. Any use for anyone, but any clue task, any like clue location where I have to go bow or do an emote or dig, I can just take my clues, grind them until I get one near the location I want to be for a boss, for farming, for an activity. And I can set it there and just stop doing that tier for now and have a teleport to that location as long as I want. This allows me to just burn through my clues, get all the resources and benefits and all that from there. The rune armor I might get, not the stuff that's, clue version, but regular rune armor. I can throw that into Giant's Foundry. I mean, it's really, really nice. It really is. And the fact that you're basically telling me that I'm going to have a unlimited amount of clues to just throw around, toss if I wanted to, but I'll probably just complete them. It's so easy. Just do the next step, see if the next step is what you want. I'm going to be able to use every single clue location on these maps to their fullest potential. And depending on your region, that's going to be massive. And that's going to be for you to decide. For me, I have the wilderness. And the wilderness is not a very good teleporting location. So that means having access to every clue step is really nice, and I'm sure I'll find uses for the others. And also, just because of the way my character is being built, the tankiest armor I can have for my chest plate that will not be affected with the accumulator, so I can still use it, is going to be either a dragon plate body G, yes, if you add gold, it suddenly isn't made of metal, or a third age top. So that's a huge difference if I go tanky for anything. So I think I'm going to enjoy that. It'll basically guarantee me the gold hit, I believe. That's just a side thing for my build. It gives me my best in slot. I like that. Then we have Total Recall and Banker's Note. Of course, this is up to you. I'm taking Banker's Note. I think it'll be nice for the other gathering skills that I don't have, picked. And then we have Tier 7. So we have Pocket Kingdom, we have Grimoire, and we have Overgrown. Now, this is something that's going to be very divisive. I see people being divisive on this. I can just do tree runs. I can just do tree runs. And then I sat there, and I took a moment and realize, how the hell am I getting these hardwood seeds? Enough to do this. People are like, well, in 3 weeks, I'll have 99 farming. Bro, I don't want 3 weeks. So what am I going to do? My plan is I'm going to take the thieving relic, and when I thieve master farmers, I'm going to get a bunch of seeds, and I'm going to do what I can. Because here's the thing. I have wilderness, desert, and Fremenic. Do you know what is not very good for farming? The wilderness. You know how many farming patches total are in the wilderness? 0. I lose an entire region. So what I can do is I'm going to be no-lifing the first few days, right? So I can, especially the first few days, so I can no-life getting these early seeds, right? And I can take these early seeds and I can then plant them and I will get my farming up. And that is tasks, that is availability of better seeds later. That means that when I'm out in the wilderness or somewhere else, it drops me these really good seeds. I can use them immediately. I like it. I'm going overgrown. Grimoire gives me thralls. I'm going to forget them. Let me be real. It gives me prayer, a better prayer. That better prayer is like 2 seconds better time to kill on like every boss. It's like it's so negligible that I can't justify it. The biggest, I think, difference would be at Corp. I think Corp's the biggest, but still I just can't justify it. Pocket Kingdom I can't justify either. Yeah, the Grimoire just gives me too little, so I might as well do Overgrown. I'm gonna get people are gonna get a lot of flack when they take Overgrown. I know it because it's like, why would you do this? I think it's just good for my regions because I don't want to have to micromanage farming. I would rather micromanage Slayer, right? I'd rather do Slayer tasks, random mobs, things like that, than I would Overgrown. That's a personal choice there. I don't like farming. I would skip it if I could. And then we have Tier 8. And Tier 8 is Last Stand, Guardian, Specialist. I'm ranged. I'm taking Last Stand. It lets me do crazy amounts of damage. If I was melee, I'm taking Last Stand because I'd get to do Derek's bombing stuff for crazy damage. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on these right here. And when it comes to the mini game point boost, just so you know, Mage Training Arena, I'm not worried about it. I get the experience, the boost there. I don't care if they haven't fixed it. I'll use the bananas to skip a whole room, so it's fine. Guardians of the Rift Abyssal Pearl amounts, great. Desert's Foundry, I get extra points. Cool, that means I get that done quicker. That's a ton of points, by the way. Actually, I think a bunch of points are just doing them, and you can just fail them on purpose. They might have changed that this league. I'll need to check. And yeah, as Garnia, I'm not taking, but I am kind of, because I am taking Mahogany Homes, but I'm not, because everyone has access to Mahogany Homes. That was another thing. I'm not going to have access to them to spend, though. I'm just seeing if anything else, and there's literally nothing else. Brimhaven vouchers that affect. So yeah, that's my picks. My picks to just wrap it up again. I'm going to be going Animal Wrangler. I'm going to be going Dodgy Deals, because that's just a better starter relic. I'm then going to go Clue Compass. I'm then going to go Reloaded. I'm going to take Reloaded all the way back and take Friendly Forager because it just works with how well I'm going to be AFKing. I'm then going to be taking Treasure Arbiter because I really think that the teleports can be useful. Maybe I'll be wrong. Also, it's just a bunch of free points too. I like clues, and it's one of my best in slots. I don't care about Slayer. Doing different Slayer mobs will break up the monotony for me. Then I'll do Banker's Note because I'm bad at PVM and I only play seasonal modes. So and whatever I can get, I'll take. And then I'll take the Overgrown because I don't want to do farming. I think we're good. I think that's it. Oh, one more. Oh, and then I'm taking Last Stand. So yeah, what do I think about these reveals though? As someone who's I've technically played every league. The first league, I will say, I didn't play more than a day because I found it late, and I love the rush. I gotta have that rush of day one. That's my thing. If I were to do a secondary account, I would probably rush for Golden God and try to get be the first person to hit 200 mil prayer or whatever crazy number. I'd probably go and get whatever it takes to get I'd probably take wilderness, rush whatever I can that I can buy in a stack to Alps for more. If I eventually they can sustain Golden God praying, and then I just go pray in the wilderness and try to rush it. If I'm doing an ult. But yeah, I like it. I do think there could have been some differences. I think that Equilibrium, I I think Equilibrium is going to probably, people are going to like it more once they see the number of experience they get. I really think they will. At the same time, I do think it needs a buff. I think Equilibrium should try to take your stats into Equilibrium by giving some amount of experience to your lowest skill, even if it's token experience, even when you're not actively training it. That's my opinion. I don't know how you'd code that to be fair, but I'm sure there's a way. Maybe you group skills together, your production skills or skills that train at a similar rate so that you're not like busting out fletching to raise up your Slayer or something crazy, you know? But I think it could be done. In addition to what it currently does. And I think the only regret I might have on tier 5, I have no interest in Production Master. That's another thing I can semi-AFK. I might regret not taking Slayer, but once I hit 99 Slayer, what's the point? With Treasure, Arbiter, I mean, what? I would have to literally never want to change my teleports again to not get a benefit. Seems like a no-brainer to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know.